fresh from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today, it ain't my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't say no. You better call back up.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Green Bay Packers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. On the double. Hey, let's get this, get this.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, it's Mack, and he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He's got Evans. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Haskins will throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, Steve, sit.
Here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
319.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Patch it.
Hey, Mike. Go. 319.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers, and his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's third down.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down. That means someone read that one really well and was right on the spot when the ball got to the receiver.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Hey, Delta.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
At their own 33-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
From the 38, Haskins. He's got a first down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Packers pick it up. And he's got room. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Flush to his right. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Call that a very strong gain of 24. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's #4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. To try again after the sack. Haskins. And that's complete. It's Sims. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 41 yards. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. On 2nd and 7. Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Will Fuller with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. And now a two-point conversion attempt forthcoming. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
61, matchbox light.
Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
88. Hey, Foxtrot. Mike, 54. Teammate. Watch the twist.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Melvin Gordon, 82 yards. And the Packers have retaken the lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
Check. Tight dog.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Matt. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, here's a run with Matt. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. A big run there by Johnson, 47 yards. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10. It's Haskins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Steven Sims, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. He's crashing. He's checking crash. 56. Bullet. Now. Get one. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check, 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 check. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. You're trapped. You're trapped. Trapped.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let me know right now, you better. 30. Hey, high 7. 57's right. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now it's Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Check Mike 54. Mike 50. Match what? Mike, check. Check hot route. Hot, hot.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, wahoo!
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. To throw is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground with Mack. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Watch the whip.
Haskins from his own end zone. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check 13, check 13. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Alert 3, alert 3. Zoom, zoom. Alert 3.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as they have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Lucky.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On third down, here's Jones. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll run on first down. Jones. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Running right, Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback. And bring it out to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. He'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Melvin Gordon. His 2nd touchdown of the game. His 3rd on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Fairbairn up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Josh Jackson.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
3 down. Hey, check Mike 56. Yeah. Right. Go to 50. Let's 57. 57's right.
Throwing is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. And Adams has it complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
Now Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll try again with Jones. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 24. Check 24. Six guys. 30. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McClure. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score. Packers 39. Redskins 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Switch gears.
They'll go again to Jones. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
I got it. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Quick. 26. Hey, exit. 57. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on 3rd down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 52. Check.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Get 300. Get 300. Hey, Charlie.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Got Gordon open, completes it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On first down, it's Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
318. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 26 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll run with Mack. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 3rd down, Haskins. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Let's go, baby.
That's a